How's everybody today? So today I've got another one of my models completed, and just going to show you guys what I got. So this right here is called an MI 10K. So it's another one of the Russians' big helicopters. You guys can like YouTube videos of this helicopter, but it was a Russian, like a sky crane basically. And this was one of the helicopters that helped put up some of the skyscrapers in Russia, the electrical towers and stuff like that. So this was one of my helicopters I was working on currently. I'm not done. I still got to paint the front of the undercarriage. So I was going to stop making videos of my RC 1/72 scale builds, but I see there's a couple people out there that want info on just how to build them, or they just think the videos are pretty cool. So this is for you guys, and for anybody else too who likes 1/72 scales. But I do them in this scale because if you do it in 1/72 scale, and you can go bigger, but the bigger you go, the more limited it becomes to get specific helicopters. So I go with this scale because it keeps them all to scale, and it's you don't, like I said, you just don't see larger scale helicopters that are all to scale. There are going to be different scales, and you don't quite see that. And on top of that, the cost is a lot cheaper than buying like a 700 scale size helicopter. I used to have a 700 size Robane MD 500, and they're expensive, and sometimes you don't have enough money to get the parts or whatnot. It's just very expensive, and then you gotta put the mechanics in and do all that. I mean, you're doing the same thing with these, but it's not as much work, in my opinion, as something like that. And then on top of that, if you don't have the money to put it all together, it's just you just have something just sitting around. So that's kind of why I do it on this scale, because it allows me to have more of an option, and like I say, the mechanics are not expensive. You might think like the smaller the helicopter, the more squirrely it is, but once you kind of like learn how to fly, and if you've been flying for a while, they can be really stable. So two things I'm gonna do today is we're gonna do a just a hover test with this. Like I fly these in my living room. And if you're like a scale hobby, what is it? If you are a scale, what is it? In-scale helicopter, or excuse me, train enthusiast, or you like the in-scale trains. I used to do that for a while. These will fit perfectly in like a diorama. So if you do like in-scale style trains or 1/87 scale RC cars like they do in Europe, you can fly something like this in one of those little scale mock-ups, man, and it'll be like, it's really cool. So I used to do that, and that's kind of too why I do this too, because I want to actually do that again, like not with the trains, but make it like a scale, like 10-foot landscaping, and just go at it, do little missions and stuff like that with my son and stuff. So what we'll do with this is we'll get it up, we'll fly this one, and we'll do a hover test. Okay, too, so here we got the MI 26, and the MI 26 is built after the 10K. So this one's is bigger than this one here, but they're both big helicopters. They're both huge helicopters when it comes to the class of large helicopters. I know they like to say like the Sea King is the biggest helicopter in the world, or the Chinook. They are actually pretty small compared to these Russian helicopters. And then the biggest one they have is the MI V12. So we'll fly this today too. I know I made a video before, but the video got cut off, and I have enough space on there. So we'll fly this, and then I have a Bell 412 that will fly too, so you can see what I mean by it being stable. And then here we got the Bell 412, in which you can see the size comparison of the 412 compared to these. I mean, those Russian helicopters are just huge. So there's one more class of the Russian helicopters that I need to get, which is the what is it, the Mi Mil-6, and then the Russian class of helicopters I'll be pretty much done. But this is what I'm talking about size comparison. Like, you can have the scale helicopters to the actual size of the real ones in real life, and you can compare them and show people like the size comparison. You can do it. You can pull this off too with making flyable model 170 scale airplanes, because I had a Airbus 300, but the thing is, you'll have to basically make that out of foam. But you can even do it with kind of the larger scale airplanes. You just gotta make them out of foam and put microelectronics in them. But so these are the three we'll be flying today, and let's do the flying video. Oh, and one more thing is what I wanted to show you is, like, I used to have 450 size helicopters too. The quality and like getting like an actual scale helicopter, what I mean by that is like there are companies and they make some of these helicopters right out of carbon fiber or whatnot, but every one I've bought, especially the 450s, man, their scale is just off, and I don't get how these companies make these helicopters or these scale bodies, and like they just can never get it right. But with these, man, it's like they're just accurate. I don't know how they're printing them out, but they're just accurate. The detail's accurate. My camera is not doing it justice to see the accuracy and the detail work in these little things. But you get these smaller helicopters and they have more detail than the bigger ones. It's just, and you're paying all that money for that. It's just, I've been doing it for so long, like, to me it's just ridiculous. But the detail on these is just awesome. And if you're a good painter, I mean, you just put more detail on it. You put as much detail on it as you want. So, all right, enough bickering on. Let's get to the flying video.
I'm just going to pick up here and I'll show you.